Hi, I really enjoyed your post yet again. You always bring up the hard topics that people kind of um, smooth slide past, but I love your posts and I always watch your videos first because you definitely just say it like it is, like I've said before, and you just kind of hit those points, and I think that's really awesome and helpful for us at least to break through that barrier. But you brought up a lot of really good points. I definitely think, I know you mentioned with teachers that they have to, report those cases, but like you mentioned, like it's not heavily enforced as it should be. Yes, they are supposed to report it, but they don't take that serious call to action because I'm sure for some selfish reason they decide not to, whether it's paperwork or they don't want there to be any conflict, or like what if like the kid turns on them and doesn't like them, or just all these personal issues rather that are becoming more self-induced rather than for the betterment of the specific child or for the class as a whole if it's a dangerous case. You also mentioned that like family influences, that it could definitely improve the child's mental health if families talked about it. I agree, but I think that that's where a lot of it, a lot of not bad things necessarily, but I think that causes a lot of conflict in some families, whether that's just really poor attachment styles and family styles as a whole. Just the home life could not be a very beneficial place for just just positive emotional discussion. I definitely think that some homes are very passive aggressive, manipulative, and they can make someone feel very, very bad about feeling the way that they do, even though it's completely normal. They might look down on them and say that they're being a victim, or that it's all in their head, or they're sensitive or something like that. Their emotions can definitely be manipulated against them if any discussion is at home that isn't in a beneficial environment. Just like any situation, you don't want to talk about something really vulnerable in a toxic environment, or else the bad vibes or just like the negative atmosphere will negatively affect how you feel about yourself, about people. And so I think that's also a really big reason as to why kids aren't talking about it, is because at home it's so like they don't want to be vulnerable with their family. They don't want to admit to the people that they love that they're struggling, because you don't know what their home life is going to be like, or you don't know if their family is even willing to listen. So then they'll just carry that out in school, be like, well, why would this person listen if my own mother, who carried me in her stomach and gave birth to me, like won't even listen to me? So I think that could be beneficial in a sense, but it definitely depends on the atmosphere and the quality of the atmosphere in the family home and just their dynamic. I do think that I agree with you that teachers should have specific training on how to deal with it. And I was thinking, like you said, that it's crazy how we prioritize and we really think about our physical health, but we don't really think about our mental. And there's even a PE class at school that teaches you about physical health and physical education and all this stuff, and you're always working out and doing sports and stuff, but like there's no course whatsoever besides like science or something, but like not an elective that discusses the importance of mental health. And I think that it would be really, really awesome to incorporate mental health in physical education, because you must take PE when you're in secondary or just elementary school, middle school, high school. At least I did. So I think that would be really smart to prioritize and incorporate that in a physical education class. It just kind of came up when you mentioned how they teach and just really incorporate physical education into their normal day education. Yeah, mental health is incredibly important, and I think you brought up some really awesome points, and you shared some hard things that are hard to share. So thank you for discussing the hard points and just putting your views across in such a way where it really sparks and ignites my personal mind. But I know that I can tell that a lot of people really resonate and agree with what you have to say. So in every single post you do, please don't change. Be just as honest and yeah, and just don't change. You're awesome. Thank you.